Welcome back. I'm going to say something today that is going to make a lot of SAP consultants, specifically the functional consultants, very upset. But honestly, someone has to tell the truth. Technical consultants get my respect. Techno functional guys are the ultimate flex, but half of the functional consultants in SAP right now are basically just manual testers pretending to be architects or offshore production support guys just assigning service now tickets to the ABAP team. I absolutely hate it. You are in the middle of massive implementation. The functional guy finally hands you the sacred FSD. You open it, expecting some logic. Instead, you get three paragraphs of generic corporate line and a diagram with exactly two boxes, upstream source pointing to SAP target. That's it. Now the technical team has to magically figure out the rest of the universe, the standard events, the baddies, the BAPIs, the OData service, everything. For those of you who don't understand how SAP project works, let me tell you a story. The client, who is generally a product based company, says, I want to implement SAP, and they are super happy. And they have no idea how to. So they hire a consulting company like Deloitte, IBM, Infosys, and many others out there in the universe. And consulting company says, we will do everything standard out of the box, and we will do it in 12 months. The client is excited, like the pizza is going to be delivered in 20 minutes. But after few months of nothing, nothing is standard anymore. All are custom. And 12 months in the distant sweet memory. Now you have 10 functional consultants and 20 developers, and the war begins. The functional guy hands over the FSD spec to the buffer, who is more confused after reading the spec. And I absolutely hate when there is a bug in the program and the functional joins the developer in a Teams call and they share a screen. And after 2 seconds, the functional asks, did you find something? Bro, how? I'm literally setting up the breakpoints in front of you. So if you are a SAP functional consultant, you are starting out and want to become a good architect after a few years, please focus on the development aspect also. You, as a functional consultant, 100% should be able to debug any flow of a business and recommend solution. Also, as a developer, you should be really interested knowing the business side and ask questions like why. I think the most amazing part of this entire situation is the rise of the techno functional consultants. They don't give a shit about anything. They know the business in and out. They also know the development part in and out. So they have zero translation loss. And everyone should aspire to become a techno functional consultant. But how? That's a question. If you are a technical guy wanting to become a techno functional, you have the advantage. You already know how the machine works. Just stop looking at the code like a typical coding way. Ask questions. Ask questions related to your module. Like if you are working in SD, FICA, FICO, BRIM, get the domain knowledge and figure out why the business actually needs this stuff. And a developer with a module knowledge means you are going to make a lot of money. But on the flip side, if you are a functional guy trying to become a techno functional, it's basically hard mode. You have to overcome the fear of code. Start by learning basic ABAP debugging so you can look into code when it breaks instead of instantly asking for the ABAPer. Basically, both sides love and hate each other, but who is actually going to keep their job? Because let's be real, the odds of a traditional click buttons in SPRO functional consultant surviving these AI waves are basically zero. AI can already write a better functional spec and code than half the consultants out there. So learn the architecture, add real undeniable value. Don't be the guy who says the buffer will handle it. Be the guy who does everything. Drop a like, comment, and hit subscribe for more honest SAP truths. And I will catch you in the next one.